And of course I put my 5 blank name in again. And registration complete. Would you like to proceed to the next game? Nah, I don't think so at this point. No, of course I'm going to continue. 200 meter medley. Now this one, similar to what we just did with the baton, but this one encompasses all the swimming techniques that we've done so far in the game. So here we go. Set it up, start it, and drop into the water. So we have to do all 4 of the different types of swimming that we've done through this one. And we start off, and this one's pretty easy to figure out exactly when the timing goes. When there's hands come forward and go right back in the water, it's time to press the button again. Unfortunately, I do have to worry about breathing, but I'll just stop dead and build it right back up real quick. Usually I have to do it twice on each lap, or each whatever of each length of the race. Make it to the end here. When I get to the end, I stop for a second, I get all my hearts back. And here we go with the backstroke. I can see just have to get the time the hands when that far hand comes down and hits the water. That's where I'm going to press the button again. The first 2 I'm usually pretty good at, so I can get my timing get down pretty good, and I can get my speed, and I'm pretty far ahead of my opponent at this point. I'm not like, you know, miles ahead of them, or really far ahead of them, or whatever, but I have a decent lead right now on my opponent. Which, like I said before, it really doesn't matter, but it's like you're always competing against the person you actually can see, not the people that you can't see. So, it really is kind of misleading to have that other random person. They should just automatically put in the person in here for your opponent, but apparently USA in this game only plays against Hungary. Okay, now for this one, you actually can get the most speed out of it. It took me a little bit to figure out exactly when I want to press the button on this one. It's actually after the back legs kick out. That's my opportunity to press the button, and that gets me my most speed out of all of it. So that's going to be when I press it. And this one I'm not the best at, but I've definitely gotten better, especially from the first time I had to do this earlier in the game. Coming up to the end of the 3rd part, and kick off in one last final one. And this one's pretty easy to tell when you want to press the button when the far hand hits the water. Time to just keep paddling on, and just comes down to making sure that I don't run out of air completely. If you end up losing all the hearts, you just stop dead, and you look like you're floating dead in the water, and it just takes a long time to even stop that. So you want to make sure that you at least start to breathe a little bit when you're down to, like, you know, a half of the final heart left. That's usually when I aim for pressing the button, just to make sure that I don't accidentally stop completely dead in the water and just float there for a couple seconds. There's the 5 mark, and here we come to the end, way ahead of the opponent, but let's see where my final score ends up ranking amongst everybody else. And the computer finishes it there, 14, I finished at 8, and they're both very happy, so I guess we both did kinda good. I assume I did a lot better than them. But they finished in... Oh, they actually finished in the top 3. Oh, they finished 2nd. So I had the number 1 score. They were the number 2. That was who I really was actually competing against. I just had to beat them. I wish the game would tell me that. But another world record, not surprisingly, another gold added. Yes, I would like to proceed to the next game. And oh wait, no more events. It's the time to finish up the marathon. Yes. Now for this one, we'll get to see all the little dots get moved again. But since I have a decent amount of stamina left, I'm just going to go ahead and max my speed out. Why not? If I max my speed out, I should be able to just completely destroy my opponent in the final length of the race here. Okay, finally all the dots are being moved. Okay, I can pick my speed, and I'm going to go max it out at 36. There we go. Everyone else picked their speed. And here we go, and get to see the final part of the race. Hey, they're approaching the goal line. It looks like he's got the race all wrapped up. Just a little bit more to go. Oh yay. There it is. First place, the USA runner, who's going way faster than everyone else involved. And now we get to see everyone else finish. I'll just go ahead. I'm not going to edit this one. I'll leave them all in so you can see the final order of all the people involved in this race. Canada in 4th. Okay, come on. Spanish guy. There's 6th place. Here comes 7. Japan. And who finished in dead last? Ah, it's Romania. Romania finishes in last place. A warm applause from the stands as he stuck it out to the end without giving up. Oh wow. So, you know, even though you lost terribly, you did a good thing. You finished up the race, which is good enough. You should feel proud of yourself, Romania. So, I get my final gold medal of the thing, and it ends with 15 golds, 1 silver, no bronze, and I'm way ahead of everybody else. As you can see, France finished in second with 8 bronze and 4 silver. We get to see the Olympic torch. And now it goes to the end credits of the game. Yes, actually has end credits for this game. As we get to see the staff, and there's the planner of Bamboo, who we've seen in many Capcom games. Most of these names are in most of the other Capcom titles. So it's most of the best Capcom people probably worked on this game. Just surprisingly enough, it was okay. For an Olympic game, I guess it was good. I still think Track and Field 2 on the NES was the best of the Olympic-style games. But this one wasn't overall too bad, as there's Kiro, apparently. And there it goes, we'll get to see Capcom Presents, the classic Capcom Presents, and it was every one of their titles. And the end, a nice script, written format. And with that, that's going to wrap up another edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.